When the word Indigenous is used, people often imagine one group of people, one language, or one culture. But the truth is far more diverse. There are over 1.8 million people in Canada who identify as Indigenous. That's about 5% of the total population. And within that number, there are three constitutional recognized groups: First Nations, Inuit, and Métis. The names are not interchangeable as each group is distinct. Now let's look at these various groups. The First Nation, known as Many Nations or Many Voices. This is the largest of the three groups, and they have over 630 First Nation communities across Canada, speaking more than 50 unique languages and representing over 50 distinct nations. From the Haida on the Pacific coast to the Cree of the plains to the Mi'kmaq in the east, each nation has its own stories, symbols, and strengths. According to the 2021 census, over 1.1 million people in Canada identify as First Nations. The second group is the Inuit, the people of the Arctic. The Inuit are the indigenous peoples of the Arctic, and their name means exactly that, the people, in their language, Inuktitut. Today, there are about 70,000 Inuits who live across a vast northern homeland known as Inuit Nunangat, which means the place where Inuits live. Their homeland include Inuvialut, Nunavik, which is northern Quebec, Nunatsiavut, which is Labrador, and Nunavut. The last group is the Métis. The term Métis comes from the French word métisse, meaning to mix. The Métis people are a unique cultural group that emerged from reunions between First Nations women and European fur traders from the 1700s. Their roots are strongest in the Red River region, which is what we now know as Manitoba, Saskatchewan, and Alberta. But the Métis' homeland also stretches from northwest Ontario to northeast British Columbia, even reaching some parts of the United States like North Dakota and Montana. Métis communities developed their own language, which they call Michif. They have their unique dress, unique music and traditions, and a proud political identity. They are not just mixed, they became their own nation. Today, over 585,000 people identify as Métis in Canada. These three indigenous groups, First Nations, Inuit, and Métis, are not interchangeable. Each group is distinct with its own identity, history, and way of life. As Canadians, and especially as newcomers to this land, it's important to understand whose land you live on. There is a lot of history here, and it's respectful to be aware, because reconciliation begins with listening and respect begins with awareness. So let's take time to learn, to recognize, and to honor the people whose stories began on this land long, long before Canada was born.